started with giving the bit of clean on the side of the engine, but in this episode we are going to remove and test the starter motor. Right, so because the exhaust has been removed already, it looks like I've got 3 bolts that need to come out. One up here, one here, and then one underneath. And then I've got these wires over here as well. So we're going to take those out and see where we're at. Right, so the way I think this starter motor works is we have power into here from the battery. We earth the negative, so I'm just earthing it to here. We should be okay. And then we need to get power into here as well, so I've just connected those two up. And I think that should give us the circuit and cause it to go. And that does nothing. Okay, we'll have another look at this then. We'll try cleaning off a couple of these connections and giving that another go first. And if it's not that, then there's something else I'm doing wrong. I am going just from what was on the car and a quick look at the book, but I might have misunderstood. So we just cleaned those off. See if that makes any difference. No, there's nothing there. Okay, so we're going to go back. We're going to check this. Make sure that's full of power. It should be. And then we'll go from there. Just to check the power. Right, so the battery has 12.98, 12.97 volts in it, so the battery's good. So we know that. I've decided to try this again with a slightly better set of cables. So it should go from here. Straight to here. So nothing. I do get a spark there. So I don't know. I think that probably means this motor's no good. So I'm not going to do anything on it. If I'm testing this wrong, please let me know. But I think that's probably dead. Let's just try it on that other terminal. No, there's nothing there, so I don't know if the solenoid can just be replaced by itself. But I'm not going to bother to clean any of this up if it's going to be binned. So we'll put this away and we'll look at something else to do. It's several days later, so things might get out of sequence in terms of what I say and things, because I have been doing some work on some other stuff on the car whilst I thought about this. And what I've decided is a new starter motor is £270. I mean, even a reconditioned one is a stupid amount of money. So if I'm going to spend that, then actually let's try to understand what's going on with this, and if we can, if it's just the bushes that's gone, then actually we might be able to fix that. I know you can buy bushes, I don't know if I can just get solenoid, but and I actually don't know how to test any of it. But what I thought I'd do is I'll take it apart and we'll have a look at it and see if we just have loose wires in there for some reason, or things like that, or if it's just grime. See if we can clean it up first, and then I've also identified someone who lives about an hour away. I haven't been able to speak to them yet because I only found them over the weekend, but they're able to, apparently can fix this kind of stuff. So I am going to give them a call on Monday. So today is Sunday, the 3rd of October. Okay, so I'm going to give this a clean, and then going to start taking it apart. I won't keep you here whilst I clean it, but I'll bring you back when I take it apart. Okay, we've cleaned it up. We've got most of the grime off it. I mean, I know it's still not great, but so we're going to start by taking the solenoid off. That is a 10mm, and I don't know why it's a 10mm, but the 3/8 doesn't fit. The it's too small. 7/16 is too big. 10mm fits nicely, so whatever it should be, that's what we're using. We'll just use those loose first. So I think it's just the 3 things that need to come off here. Is these 2 bolts, nuts, bolts, and then this one here. So that's a 1/2 inch. Okay, so what have we got here? This should be the solenoid. I'm not convinced that this should have slipped out like that. I think this should have come out with it. There we go. So I think this should have actually stayed in here. Okay, I think that was probably not meant to come out of there, so we'll put it in like that for now. That's more like it, that's what I was expecting. So we have an arm in there, which would be what, I guess, in theory, yeah. So the arm moves our things into place. So that it engages, which is, I guess, what I was expecting, so that's good. I understood that much. Okay, we've got a bit of a rubber seal along here, well, in the way. Okay, so question is, was this working at all? So, how would I test? I mean, I think I ought to be able to hear if this engages, probably. Or see it even with electric current, because if I have the positive Yeah, I'm not sure. Maybe I'll have a look at that in a minute. How to test if so that one had a right. So do this in one step at a time. I'll go and have a look to see how to test this in a little bit. One of these had a washer with it, and the other one doesn't seem to, or is it still on there? So there's that spring washer. Okay, so we need to look at this at some point. Let's also take a look at this. So this is just, now if I'm right, these are just two long screws that we should be able to undo. Okay, so I think we'll get some WD-40 on both of those. And then we'll go inside and we'll have a little see if I can work out what to do with this. Before I go any further, because so far I've done relatively little damage apart from this coming out and having to clip that back in somehow. It occurs to me, power comes from the battery to here, and this is connected, and the solenoid is connected to the starter motor via this. Well, this is horrible and grimy and yuck, and this is horrible. So I might be getting absolutely no connection because I was getting a very slight spark here. So I'm going to clean this up first, just with a bit of wool, and see if we get, and put it back in, see if we get a better connection. And so I'm going to clean it, and then I'll put it back together, come back to you, and we'll test it again. Okay, I don't actually expect this to work, but we're going to give it a go. No, nothing. Right, I have to be honest, I did try it before I showed it to you, and I got a bunch of sparks here, which I'm not getting now. So that probably indicates I've managed to do something else of damage. Oh well. Right, we'll just take this all apart again and keep going. I'm not 100% certain how a solenoid works, but what must happen here is when the power gets applied, it causes this to come in. The reason it must do that is because it's catching on, I don't think I can get the light in there, but it's catching on a lever that's in here. It pulls that forward. Hang on, let's see, which way does it pull it? It pushes that, right, so it pulls that, yeah, so that's the lever currently is pushed that way, and if I pull it, ooh, it causes this to move and engage. Okay, so that means that this connects around the thingy, and this will squeeze in when it's engaged. Pull that in, and so yeah. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to check we've got a good earth here. So I've got the power going to the power, and I've earthed it on its casing. So over here we've got 12.9. Okay, and so we should have from here to here, we should have about that. Oh, and we have exactly 12.9 again. So let me let me just do those again. So we've got, is that in view? I hope it is, 12.9, and over here we've got let's get it right on the yeah, that was it, 12.9. It's hard for me to see it, but it is showing up. So I know we've got the power going there. Okay, so now if we connect across here, we should see something, and it's not doing anything. So there is something wrong with the solenoid. Whether there was before or not, I don't know, but there is now. That's my view at the moment. Okay, so I don't know what to do, but that's what I think. Right, now I've decided to stop here. I tried taking this off, this back cover, but I don't know if these are meant to come out or not, but they're so rusted, and I couldn't find anything that fitted them in here, so I didn't bother with that. It does look like this has come off before because it's got some chips on it. So anyway, I was thinking there, and then I was looking at how this goes back in and thinking it must clip over the arm, and in pulling this out I managed to split this rubber boot. So I'm doing damage now rather than any learning or anything. Before I do anything more, I'm going to talk to this address, this person that I found on the internet, and see if he thinks he'd be able to fix it. If not, then I might come back out and tear it apart and really try to understand it. But for now, I'm going to say I need help with the starter motor, and I'm going to stop it there.